Hi guys, today we're going to be looking at how to draw graphs, one of the most commonly done things in science that everyone complains about. I know that most of you watching this video hate graphs, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over a nice simple graph. I've got a good set of data here and I'm going to work through it. Now, main tips that I would give you when doing a graph is always to use pencil. I'm going to use a red marker pen because I want you guys to be able to see it on the camera, and always use a ruler, okay? These are the key things before you can start. Get a good set of graph paper, and then we'll get kicking in. So first thing we're going to do is draw our axes. Need to make sure we take up as much of the graph as possible. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to label my axes, okay? So I'm doing a graph of voltage and current. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the voltage up here on the y-axis. And the current all the way down here on the x-axis, okay? Now, key thing to remember is the units. So I've got volts for voltage and amps for current, or amperes. Okay, it's actually amperes, but we call it amps for short. Okay, now we've got that set up. And now what we need to do is create ourselves a scale. Now, I've got really simple numbers for this. So for our voltage scale, we can easily just go up in 2s. Okay, and that'll take us straight all the way up past 10. Our current one will be harder to organise. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to spread it out and make sure that my 2 is somewhere up here so that my graph is nice and spread out and I'm using the majority of the paper. It will make your graph look so much better. Okay, so if I set this out so that if I make these boxes there, make that into 0.25. So I've nicely spread that graph out. I know it's hard to see because of the pen being so thick. It was just the way it worked out, getting it to be seen by the camera. Okay, so we've got our 2 scales. That's our next step. Now at this point, I've not even put any points on the graph, but because I'm drawing it this way, in a 4-mark graph question, or a 4-mark assignment question for graphs, this would get you the majority of the marks, okay? You need to make sure you're doing the basic parts correctly. Now, from there, I'm going to go to my data, and I'm going to use that to fill in the graph. So, okay, now our points on there for this one are a fantastic looking graph, okay? Our next step would be to draw our line of best fit. So we grab our ruler and we align it up with as many points as possible, and we draw a nice straight line down. Now in this case, my straight line will go through the 0, meaning that this graph is what's known as directly proportional. Not all graphs will be, but for me, these results were taken from a jotter where we had perfect results, so it all worked out quite nicely. If you have any other questions about graphs, hit them up in the comments, and just feel free to ask your teachers as well. Okay guys, cheers, bye.